What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're pretty much just running an update on life, and that's because obviously we've changed and things kind of scatter all the time and life's been a little bit busy, but I'm gonna try and make more videos here for you guys. So I just kind of want to go over what life's kind of looking like right now and what we got going on. So right now, currently, if you're old school and you're from back when the page started back in 2019, Happy New Year's to everyone, but at the same time, things have currently changed. Now, a lot of you guys maybe had seen some other vehicles that I had owned prior to this, and those are actually gone except for the forerunner. So in front of me, or behind me, I guess, is gonna be the Toyota Tacoma, the 2009 Toyota Tacoma that I have. And this one's a single cab 5-speed manual, 4x4, pretty much just your basic little truck that Toyota had put out. But I obviously installed a GFC on it. And with that GFC, obviously I've tested it out a couple times and I've taken it out. And really what I've done is just kind of camped with it and nothing really too crazy. Obviously, I have gone out and wheeled before, and when I've wheeled before, I've been kind of doing that crazy stuff of rock crawling and all that good stuff. And at the end of the day, it's just not something I was intending for this vehicle to do. So my third gen Tacoma was shredded, even though it was a 2019. We had, you know, cars like this 2009 looking way better than mine because of how shredded it was after wheeling for so long and for, you know, how aggressive those trails were. So at the end of the day, it just really wasn't the best thing. But I want to go over this little Tacoma here really quickly. I got more and more details on the last one with small updates, obviously, on this video, so stick around. But at this point, what we got going on here, and I want to show you guys, is going to be these BF Goodrich KO3s that are in a size 33. I just wanted something really chill for this truck, nothing really too crazy. And the 33s obviously don't make me rub a lot when I'm out there on the trails. It's not really too wild either. So I've been really enjoying these, and I've paired them up with the 17x9 -38 F5s here. And honestly, they're a great pair. I don't really see any issues with it. And yeah, the rub isn't too crazy, so been loving that. So that's obviously the wheel setup. When it comes down to suspension, I've got the King 2.5 extended travels up front. That actually came with the truck, which was pretty cool. We got the 2.5 extended travel ones, which I probably would have done anyways if I would have gotten it bare bones. So that's why I was like, you know what, that's actually a pretty good deal for the price with already good suspension on it. So they also had put, the previous owner had put the Total Chaos control arms. I love those. I've had them before. Why not? It already came with the truck, so I left them on there. Really, all I did was just adjust the lift a little bit, because when the previous owner had it, they just had it really chill, kind of really low, almost stock height, just better performance, which is awesome. But I lifted it up just a little bit to get more aesthetics and to clear the 33s, because they had some smaller 31s on there, which is pretty close to factory spec. So when coming back here, I've done 2 different iterations of leaf packs, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the ones that I have on right now, which is the Deaver Stage 2. Which are kind of rated for like 600 to 800 pounds of weight. Obviously, we've got the GFC on there. It's a long bed GFC, so it's the bigger one per se. When it comes down to the frame, more weight, obviously. So we want to account for that. So we put the Stage 2s on the back. I've run them before on my 3rd gen. Obviously, it's the same pack. So I already know how it kind of worked, and Deaver, you can't go wrong. It's like going with Nike. You can't go wrong. They're always going to be good, and they ride very, very well. The only part that I'm lacking on back here is going to be the Bilstein shocks. Now, there's nothing, Bilstein, but there's nothing wrong with those shocks in general. I just would like to have a matching pair of Kings. So obviously, we'll probably go 2.5 extended travel, or we go smoothies. But I don't think I would need that. So obviously I'm in a debate, which is why I haven't really done anything too crazy on that side. But when you come over to the GFC itself, I still have the OG. I still have the OG, the V1. And the V1 is still the not aluminum, steel frame, I believe. And yeah, so it's kind of, you know, kind of like your old style, which isn't too wild or anything like that, but there's been updates from the previous one, the V1 to the V2, and there's a lot of updates from there. So there's not really anything too crazy on that side. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty much just your regular GFC camper where you have all these panels that come up and down. You guys can see right here that I have the little parts that, the two little squares that pop open and allow me to get into the tent. I've already gone on a trip with this truck, and I really enjoyed it. I've gone on a few trips actually, now that I think about it, but I've gone on a few trips, and those trips have been really, really comfortable thus far. Maybe the only upgrade I would probably say to this GFC that I would personally need, because I'm kind of dog at like just sleeping, I guess. And what I mean by that is that the bed, mattress in there is a little bit sturdier, a little bit firmer, and I'm more of like a soft bed kind of guy. So maybe that is in the future. But I took this out to Pismo Beach, San Luis Obispo, kind of just all up the coast up there, and just really enjoyed my time camping. So I really enjoyed it. My girlfriend enjoyed it. The dogs enjoyed it. We all had a great time. And this is pretty much just going to be our staple camping kind of truck. But I want to move over to also the forerunner here. Sorry if the lights over here, but we're going to move over to the forerunner right now, because yes, we still have it. I still own it. And this has kind of been my little ripper lately. And I want to go over, all the stuff that it has. Obviously, I've got a detailed video here as well, but I've got the flare currently completely blown up, and the fender that also blew up. That blew up because I took it ripping out in Fiesta Island, and when I was out there, I unfortunately just kind of ripped it a little too hard. It was raining, there was a lot of mud, and I took my luck a little too far and ultimately blew it up. But just to kind of go over, this has kind of been my little romper, and we're just kind of ripping this little forerunner around. Obviously, this is the V8 model, so we've got the V8 in the truck. Currently, recently upgraded to the Alpha Rex. Shout out Alpha Rex for sending out the lights. These look phenomenal. Obviously, this is a 2003, so it didn't come with this little trim piece, which is kind of like the crazy part for a lot of us that own the older model. But at the end of the day, if you just get that little trim piece and you install it, it's pretty much that easy to convert it over. I got these painted with a buddy of mine, shout out David. So, big luck on that side, being able to get it color matched. He ultimately color matched it, and I threw this on, threw the lights on, super easy install, nothing crazy. So that was awesome. And then from pretty much there, I've gone over this on a different video. But I'll go over it just one more time really quickly. We've got the 2.5 extended travel shocks up front, non-resi though, so we don't have the little reservoir that pops up right here, but we still get the same travel. We've got the upper control arms, which are the Icon Delta joints as well. Those have just a little more life in them, and they're just a little more durable, so I wanted that. Obviously, with less maintenance, you got more fun. So I decided to opt in and get those. And we still have the 35-inch Yokohama Geolanders, which are great. Just a little loud right now. Obviously, they've got more wear on them, and I do rub a little bit. I still have the cab mount right there. That's the OG cab mount, and maybe I'll take it off in the future. But for the time being, I don't really have the most amount of space. I've relocated to San Diego, so yeah, we're trying to figure that part out. But we have also got the Reika, which are, I pronounce it Reika, but obviously it could be pronounced differently, but I'm going to go with that. And these are the 17x9 negative 38 wheels that they have. I honestly forget the model. I saw them one time, loved them, and I was like, you know what? I should just throw that on my truck, and I did. And they look great, phenomenal, great. Nothing, crazy on that side, but those are 17x9 negative 38, and probably why we get all that poke. So when it comes down to going back here though, I have the Ascend fabrication rear bumper. I installed that a while back. I don't know if I put a video out on that. Sometimes I make videos and then I don't post it because I get worried about the quality. So we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna keep going. And this is the Ascend fabrication swing out. You pretty much kind of sometimes got to jimmy this guy because I bought it used. But you get that guy going, you pop it open, you get a little bit of space. Let me see if I can do this for you guys all in one shot. Yeah. And then you pop that open, release the latch. Then you're gonna pop this guy up and you could prop it open. So nothing wild there. And now I've got a swing out. Right now, currently I don't have a spare, but obviously if I'm gonna start wheeling a little gnarly again, it would maybe be with this guy right here. And if I start wheeling gnarly, we're gonna need a spare. So obviously I got the space for that. But yeah, steel tubing all the way around, good welds, and just overall strong. So some crazy stuff to do there to install it. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a great investment with future endeavors kind of on my mind. Sorry if I sound crazy, but I just went wheeling and this is a little bit tougher than usual. So I might have to grease it, kind of do some crazy stuff there. But otherwise, yeah, that's what we're kind of looking at. When it comes down to the rear suspension, we're looking at the 2.0 extended 2.0 normal kind of shock in the rear. Nothing wild there, but the part that everybody always asks is how do I get the rear end not to sag too much? And that's with the 3-inch spring. I think a lot of the kits out there on the internet are always like a 2-inch. And yeah, you're gonna get the lift that you want, but if you really want it to pop and get a good, nice little pop in the rear for weight purposes or just height purposes, I usually recommend the 3-inch. That way you can match up that front side and bam, you got it going. So that's pretty much kind of how I have it set up. I took off the rack for the time being. I still have it. I haven't sold it. Will I be throwing on some other crazy stuff on top in the future? Maybe. King of the Hammers is coming up, so I'm planning to make some videos out there. Hopefully that way you guys could have something to watch and kind of just get this whole ball rolling. I've been on Instagram and TikTok. I've been making a lot of videos there, so stay tuned for more videos with the Runner and also the Tacoma. So thank you guys so much for watching right now. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go, but please like, subscribe, and comment to the video so that way I can go ahead and just keep making these. Sometimes I overthink the situation and I think I'm not making good videos and I just kind of quit while I'm there. So yeah, if you liked it, obviously hit the like button. We're gonna keep coming out there and we'll see who we meet while we're out there. So peace.